First, start by going to Shapes and drawing an oval. Just click and drag down until you get a shape that's similar to this. Don't worry about the color right now. Next, go to Path, Stroke to Path. Now we're going to rotate this, but before we do that, go over to the side here and toggle the snapping off. Use the Select tool, double click on your shape, use the arrows to rotate. Now go to Edit, Duplicate, or Command D on your keyboard. This gives you a copy of that shape right on top of the other. Now go to Object, Flip Horizontal. Next, I'm going to move it to the right of the first and leave a little bit of space in between them. Next, we want to make sure that they're aligned properly. So go to Objects, Align and Distribute. This gives you all the tools you need. I'm going to use the center alignment. I'm going to show that to you one more time. Have them both selected, align, and now we're going to union them. So Path Union. This welds the two shapes into one. Next, I'm going to resize these. Now, by holding the Shift and Control key down at the same time, you will be able to resize your shapes, but keep the same proportion so that they do not get distorted at all. So go ahead and hold the Shift and Control key down as you have both of them selected and resize. Now I'm going to duplicate those again and just move them over. Continue duplicating until you get a whole row of this pattern. Don't worry about alignment. We'll fix that in a bit once we get the line of this pattern duplicated. Now that we have them all selected, go to Align on the vertical axis and then also Distribute. This will put equal distance between each set. Now that the sets are aligned, we're going to weld them together by going to Path Union. Make them smaller again so we can duplicate another set. Edit, Duplicate, and then we're going to align them again. And we're going to continue repeating this pattern until we have a whole sheet of this stitch pattern. Continue duplicating and aligning, resizing until you get a whole pattern, a whole page of the same pattern. I'm going to speed the video up just to save some time. Once you have all of the pattern, select everything and then go to Path Union. This welds everything together. Next, you'll need to find a shape online, just a regular heart, and we are going to import it into Inkscape. So once you have your image saved, I'm going to just save mine to the desktop. Then go back to Inkscape and resize my window here. Go up to File, Import, and select where the image is. Again, mine's on my desktop. Hit Open and OK. Now this shape is not a scalable vector, not an SVG. So we need to turn that into it by selecting the shape. So make sure you use the Select tool. Select a shape, go to Path, Trace Bitmap. We're just going to do a single scan since it's just one color. Click Apply. And then I'm going to go over, I have two separate shapes, one of which is the scalable vector. I'm going to click on the Edit Paths by Nodes. The shape that's on top would be the scalable vector, and you'll notice that it also has the nodes after I select the Edit Paths by Nodes tool and click on it. So I can resize it using the handles, and then I can also, if I need to, I can reshape it from the nodes, but I don't need to do that on this particular shape. And resize your heart to get the shape that you're looking for. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go to Object and fill and stroke. So we're going to change the fill color to something a little more transparent so we can see the pattern behind it. So just take that slider a little bit to the left to make it transparent. Now we're going to click on the pattern. We're going to go to path and we're going to break apart so that now the pattern they're broken apart so that we can delete everything outside of the heart shape. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to speed this video up. Just go ahead and delete everything that's outside of the black heart. As I delete, I'm going to keep all of the partial pieces, anything that's hanging over that is just partially covered up. I'm going to keep those. I'm not going to delete anything unless it's fully outside of that heart. For this design, I don't want the smooth edge, so that's why we're deleting by hand. There is a way to do this where you can delete and make it a very smooth edge, but I'll show you that in another video. The last thing we're going to do before we add the text is to select all of the pieces, and we're going to weld them together by going to Path Union. Next, grab the text tool, which is this capital A over here, and just click and start to type the word that you are going to use. I'm going to use the select tool and then just hold the shift and control key down to drag to make them bigger. What that does is it helps keep the proportions the same. So I'm going to retype this. I want to do it all in capitals. So I'm going to retype that. And make sure that you have the font that you want. If you click on that capital A, highlight, you can choose from the different fonts up here. So whatever, I'm just going to keep it at the default and then resize it. I just want a little bit over the edge, not much over the edge of the heart. So, but you can kind of figure out what you would like. So once you get it positioned right, then we're going to go to Path, Object to Path, Object, Ungroup. Notice that now each letter is individual. Okay, but I want to keep them all selected at the same time because now I want to go to Path Union. Now they're no longer a text layer, they are scalable vectors. Now, if I click on here, you'll see that there are nodes around them. I'm going to bend this first layer. So I'm going to go to Path, Path Effects, go to this plus sign, click Bend, go down here to Edit on Canvas, and then I can curve the word. So once you do that, get your selection tool and move it where you think it looks best. I like it right here. Before I do my next step, okay, I'm going to go to Path, Object to Path, Object, Ungroup, and then Path Union again. What that should do is take away that the original alignment. So otherwise it still thinks it's on a straight line. So now I'm going to duplicate this. So Command D to duplicate or Edit, duplicate. I'm going to change the color. It doesn't matter what color you change it to. I'm going to change the transparency of this color. I'm going to need to do that up here in Fill and Stroke. So change the transparency. Now I'm going to go to Path, Dynamic Offset. You will see a tiny little square up here. If I stretch that out, what it does is it offsets the letters. So it's making it proportionately larger with the same edge around. If you can see, if I zoom in here, we're going to delete a little bit of space around the outside of each letter from that duplicated layer. So I have my pink layer selected. I'm going to hold the Shift key down and select the heart. Now that I have both the pink layer of the word love and the heart selected, I'm going to go to Path Difference. Okay, so now that gives me two separate objects, the word love and then the heart. with some space around it. Now I'm going to weld these together by going to Path, and now it's one object. Everything will get cut all together. Finally, don't forget to save. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more videos, hit the subscribe button. And if you have something to say, please leave a comment. Bye.